W's in the chat. W. Okay, they do can hear us. But W's in the chat. Oh.
Why are we?
I mean, if you want to see also, if you have to look at it to the game, because that one just kind of like, where the fuck did my phone go?
I took it to eliminate confusion.
Phone. Oh, my phone.
That's
Today, chat, we're gonna have a political debate about if government should control how many children a family can have
due to overpopulation. Yes.
due to the population. So mine, I have to do four. Like I have to be that. I have to be yeah.
Yeah, 4.
I have to be four, but she's gonna be against.
No. You're gonna be. I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna be against, and she's gonna be for. Okay, and then at the end, we're gonna ask the viewers that who won, who who won the argument, who won the argument.
You guys won.
Okay, that's better. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, W's in the chat. W's in the chat. So, like, are you gonna start or should I start? I have so many.
Mhm.
You wanna start?
You can start.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Violation of human rights and personal freedom. What does that mean? That means one of the strongest arguments is a reproductive choice in fundamental human right. You get that?
Mhm.
People believe that deciding whether or not to have children is deeply personal decision. Like if I want to have 10 kids, it's my choice. You cannot chat to me about that. That should be made by individuals or couples, not by the state. For example, the one children policy limited most families to only have one child for decades. Families who had more children could face large fines, job loss, or other punishments. In some cases, women were pressured into abortion or sterilization. Crisis argues that such policies violate basic human dignity, freedom. Another example is the international organization like United Nations recognition. Productive rights as part of basic human right. When government control reproduction, they override these rights. You can't really do that because like, if I want to have 20 kids, I want to have 20 kids. How can you tell me I cannot have 20 kids? It's my I mean, it's my body, it's my like my future wife's body, and like you know what I'm saying. You can't even chat. The government should not decide. Like they cannot. It's none of their business. It's basically none of their business.
Should I go?
Go on.
Okay. So, first of all, population policies, it doesn't necessarily mean forced abortions or punishments. Many countries use incentive based family planning programs, such as tax benefits for smaller families or free contraception access. Legal systems regulate adoption, marriage age, and child welfare. In cases of neglect or abuse, governments can intervene to protect children. Since governments already regulate aspects of family life, population policies could be viewed as another form of regulation.
No.
Uncontrolled population growth worsens poverty and inequality. So, if this is about human rights,
Okay.
overpopulation can lead to more inequality.
No. But that depends. You're talking about in a way that like if they don't have the money to like make them or like child benefit. Why would I need child benefit if I have the money to raise my kids? Hear me out. Hear me out. Make America great again, chat. Make America great again. You
Okay,
can't. You
also, policy prevented about 400 million births in China, which could have been their population right now is 1.4 billion. It could have been 1.8 billion.
But that's
This
China.
could
You're talking about
led
China. We're talking general. You
no,
can't talk to me about that. You
that's an
can't. You can't.
example.
You can't bring out only one country and
No,
tell me.
that's minimal. This is just one example.
Okay, the other
China
one is
right
India,
now.
isn't it? Like.
No, I have many
the other one is India.
examples from Singapore. I have examples from everywhere. First of all, I'm talking about China because China's rule, it
See.
China's rule um prevented overpopulation, which could have led to economic decline, housing crisis, unemployment rises, declining of limited
Rising.
resources, and environmental damage, which could have been which has been prevented by this rule. And also, China has one of the best technologies. China has one of the best infrastructure.
What can you repeat?
Infrastructure.
Infant. I can't even say it.
And and
And okay, okay.
China's share of global manufacturing products rose from 5% to 35% ever since this rule has been a policy. A 132 of the world's largest companies are located in China. China is a near leader in AI, quantum computing, and
What
technology.
does AI and technology has to do with like us? Like,
You were talking about poverty. I'm talking about how this can prevent poverty. It can lead to a better structure in the city.
but like if someone's poor, someone's poor. Like, it's not gonna a child won't make a difference.
Overpopulation
If you
will
don't
lead
have
to
the
unemployment crisis in the country. It will lead to economic decline.
okay, okay, I get that, but we always can like make jobs, can we not?
Not really.
Yes, we
Because,
can. Just
okay,
fire
think
the
about,
old ones and bring the young ones.
I have another point on that too. First of all, first of all, think about this. A cafe. How many people should work at a cafe? Five, if you push it 10, right?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do if you want to increase jobs and 20 or 30 people work at the cafe? That's not gonna work, is it?
Make another cafe next to it or like in
Yeah.
another side of the
See,
city.
that's what I'm saying because every country has its own infrastructure, okay, and they have their own land, and you can only fit so much to that land. If you want to improve, if you want to invest your money in things that can actually improve your country, you can't always be investing in cafes or building new things just so people can get a job. That's going to lead to an economic decline. That's going to not push the country
Okay,
forward.
but does what you're saying, does that not mean government overreach into private life? Government births limits represent a major
Okay,
instruction into private family life. Most society believe there should be a limit. How much can government have over individuals' personal decisions? There should be a limit. Like government cannot decide everything that we're gonna
let me
do.
tell you one
We,
thing.
we're humans. We need freedom,
Let
right?
me tell you one thing.
We're humans. We need like freedom, bro. Come on.
Governments are justified to restrict individual freedoms to protect society as a whole. If overpopulation threatens resources, regulations can be easily justified. An example of this is the COVID-19 pandemic. Governments restricted movements and gatherings to protect public health. Governments restrict rights to protect citizens as a whole.
Okay, but okay, so what you're telling me, imagine we have overpopulation, yeah? And then government tells us you cannot have babies. I want a baby. What if I want a
No,
baby? What if I
no,
want
no,
a
no.
baby?
Like I said,
What if I want a baby? Answer my question. What if I want a baby and they're like, you can't have a baby?
no, as I said, population policies do not necessarily mean forced abortions or punishments.
That's literally what it means, though.
No,
How are you gonna control like how can you control the population if you're not
let me
gonna
give
use
you
abortion and like
let me give you an example of that.
oh you're giving me example okay I can that's just having too much information about normal people and families. They should not be into the families that much. If I have the money and I can raise 10 kids, I want 10 kids. Like, it's none of the government business, bro.
Like I said, they can restrict individual freedoms to protect
Okay,
society
but
as a
but
whole.
society has an aging population and demographic imbalance. Do you not agree to that? It has a
Actually,
population restriction
actually,
can lead to a serious imbalance between
actually,
younger and older generations. When fewer children are born, the population eventually becomes old and the average goes to like 70-year old. Do we want that? Do we want
actually,
that?
youth bulge is where a significant proportion of a population consists of young people from aged 15 to 29. Guys, give us a second.
That just had a like a pause. I'm gonna make my point. As I said, aging population and demographic imbalance. Population restriction can lead to a serious imbalance between younger and older generation. When fewer children are born, the population eventually becomes older on average. For
Wait,
example,
wait, wait. I can't listen to you.
but I'm saying I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win, bro. Like, there's no way I'm gonna let you win over like, bro. Political debate is my thing. Like, you can't even chat to me. I have so many points for you and counter argument. You can't even chat, bro.
Give it a try.
Give you a second. Like, chat, we give her in a real like a political debate. You cannot give the other person a second, but you know how kind we are. We're gonna give her a second. You know how kind we are. How kind we are. Cheers again. Fumble it, fumble it. Real experience. Chat, what do you think, chat? We have a viewer here, and I don't know who's that, bro. A W in the chat, bro. Let me see who's you. Let's see who is you, bro. Okay, okay. Look, it does kind of suck that the part of the world you come from, they have 70-year-old dudes marrying 6-year-old girls. I mean, that had nothing to do with what we are talking about, but
I mean, it has a point.
that's a point,
It does
though.
suck.
You know, as a point, like if you don't have younger generation, the older one, they're just gonna become. You're just gonna have 80-year-olds trying to marry like 7-year-olds. My guy, whoever you are, murder.com. My guy, bro, murder.com. I'd rather I'd rather have a gay population
Then the rich and comfortable.
older woman. Okay, I don't know about that.
Okay,
No,
older.
yeah. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you 100% because you're supporting my point. Beautiful. He's supporting my point, and that's beautiful, bro. That's really beautiful. Not gonna lie. Okay, let me continue on my point. Let me continue on my, and then at the end, let us know who wins in it. For example, after decades of strict birth policies in China, the country now faces a rapidly gain population. There are fewer young workers to support elderly citizens through taxes and social programs. This creates several problems. Fewer workers in the economy increases pressure on healthcare systems, higher pension costs. You're not thinking about everything. Higher pension costs. Some countries with low birth rates now actually encourage people to have more children because of these problems. Yeah, do a counter argument on that, bro. Do a counter argument on that. Let me hear it. Let me hear it,
Alright,
bro. Let me hear it.
let me give you a nice point.
Okay, okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So, the problem is,
Brr. And watch my next, bro. My next point is gonna finish you. My next point is gonna finish you. Oh no, you're still getting messages. Murder.com, give me a follow, bro. Love. Give me a follow though. Won't forget. What's he saying?
mm,
Good Lord.
okay, wait, let me regain. Let me get in the moment again.
Get in the moment, bro. I'm killing you. I'm gonna make another point, chat. I'm gonna make another point, chat.
No, you're not.
Gender imbalance. You know what does that mean? Gender imbalance. You don't know what does that mean? Gender imbalance in societies where boys are often preferred over girls. Strict birth limits can worsen the gender inequality. During the one birth policy in China, some families use sex section technology or abandoned baby girls to ensure their only child was a son.
That was illegal.
This
That was never
this
the policy.
results
That was
this
illegal.
results in million more men than women in the population. This imbalances has long-term consequences, including difficulty for many men to find partners, increased social tensions, possible increases in trafficking or forced marriages. These problems show how population control policies can unintentionally create major social issues, bro.
Okay. First of
Chat to
all,
me nicely. Chat to me nicely.
government intervention can actually empower women and reproductive health.
How?
This is done
How?
by family programs proved to improve access to education, healthcare, and family planning. In Bangladesh, increased access to contraception, reproductive health care, decreased STDs, death rates, and allowed more access to women to pursue education and build careers, which is also a contributing factor to social issues such as equality, as you said, by increasing participation on education and employment. Reduced fertility rates from 6.7 before
Six,
19
seven, 6, 7.
before 1970s to 2.0 today, which allows overpopulation to be controlled as well.
No, no, no. But listen, listen. Imagine you only can born one child, and then it's a woman.
It's
She
no,
can't she can't
it's
work.
not.
She can't work.
Yes,
Or I don't. Bro, what are you on about? Yes,
yeah.
they can. No, they can't. No, they can't. Everyone is
Wait,
gonna
wait,
want to
wait,
have
wait,
a son, bro. Everyone is gonna want to have a son.
wait.
What they tell me, come home.
Can you pause it for a second?
Yeah, yeah, of course, I can mute it. We are, we are going. Are they gonna come home now?
No, I'm not.
Anyways, we're gonna go. We're gonna come back shortly, very shortly. Or if she doesn't, I already won.